It's taken seeing Trey Mason and the other backs have a lot of success that they've had this season.
We take a lot of pride in that. Just that, really their success kind of. We take a lot of pride in that. I think, really kind of put it on our shoulders that, when they're successful, we like to think that, kind of has to do with, the way we're playing up front and just the fact that that's happening, that we really like that.
What's the dynamic between the O-line and the running backs? You guys have to like each other.
Yeah. I like everybody on the team, but, of course, there's a pretty special bond there, just, as far as we work day in, day out, in the run game and on the protection as well. The running backs have to help with that too. So, there's a pretty close friendship there.
When they score a touchdown, which offensive lineman is the best at celebrating with them?
I'm not sure, probably myself. Yeah, I like to go pick those guys up, but I think, everybody likes to celebrate. I don't know that anyone's better than another. I think Quan Bray might be the best on the team at celebrating. He's pretty energetic out there.
Another game this week where you're probably going to rely heavy on the run against Tennessee's defense. What kind of mentality going into a game week like that, knowing that it's going to be on you guys again?
Really, same mentality going into every game. The game's going to be won in the trenches, and that's really O-line, D-line. That's how we look at it. And, whether we're protecting the passer or run the football, it's really all the same. Whether you're not giving up sacks or whether you're, bulldozing people over, it's really kind of the same mindset.
Tennessee is obviously a much different team when they're at home. 4-5 overall, 4-1 at home with losses only to Georgia in overtime. How does that maybe change the way you look at this game?
They're an SEC team. I think, we're going to have a great week of practice and another great week of preparation in the film room just to get ready, to go in there and take care of business. And, it really doesn't change our mindset, whether we're going in to play Alabama on the road or Tennessee. We're trying to win another football game and, get a step closer to our goal. And I don't think it'll be too different at all.
Overheard you saying something about spurs and whips. What was that about?
Yeah, that's just kind of like our motto in the O-line. Coach Grimes says every week that we're gonna put our spurs and our whips on and we're gonna ride y'all, and that's just kind of how the season has unfolded so far. Just riding on the O-line.
Do you guys take pride in that?
Yeah, I think we like it a little bit. We're run heavy, so it's good.
You're down there talking about that stuff in the fourth quarter. What exactly is FIST? Could you explain that?
FIST, that's just our motto in the all-season training that Coach Russell, I guess he's used where he's been in the past. Stands for fast, intense, strong, tough, and just the fact that, fourth quarter, FIST for fourth quarter, and that we're going to be, faster, more intense, and stronger and more tough in the fourth quarter and throughout the whole game.
Tennessee has some big guys on the O-line and the D-line. What do you see out of them as far as physicality goes?
They're a physical team. I think their O-line's pretty good. Their D-line's good as well. They got a massive D tackle. I'm not sure if y'all seen him, but he's pretty big. They're a physical team. They'll be a tough team to beat.
Reese, does it give you more confidence when you're as good at running the football as you are when you go on the road into a hostile environment because you feel like you could just take control of the game?
Yeah, I think it's kind of, if something isn't working, that's always a go-to. And I'm not real sure, really, how that goes. But, when you can run the football like that, it really opens up everything else as well. So if one thing's not going, then you can open other stuff up.
You hear about quarterbacks buying the offensive lineman dinner,
Yeah.
We're not giving up any sacks or anything like that. Or training the running backs, buying you guys dinner.
Nah,
all those holes.
there's been some mention about that, but I haven't seen any food in front of me yet. But we'll see what happens maybe down the road.
You guys made one of the biggest turnarounds in the country since last year. Did you think at the beginning of the season that you'd be 8-1? What's the confidence level like?
really didn't look at, big picture overall too much. Just trying to win one game at a time, and that was always our goal, to be the biggest turnaround in college football since, Coach Malzahn got here, and we're on pace to do that, and we're just going to keep trying to get better each week, and this week's Tennessee.
Is it tough not to look ahead, knowing that you've got 2 rivalry games at home after this?
I mean, it's not that tough with the success that we're having right now. I think that, everybody's really bought in and really, kind of eating up the fact that, we're taking 1 week at a time and we really don't need to get ahead of ourselves as a whole team. And I think that's just really the big thing, 1 week at a time.
At the same time, Reese, how important is confidence and swagger?
Yeah.
It's so much better than it was a year ago at this time.
It's a lot better. I don't even know what our record was, but I don't think we won too many games. And I think, just think the confidence level is just tremendous. I mean, it's almost like a 180 or whatever you want to say about it. It's just totally flop, but I'd say that's just we're winning, and, everybody believes we can win.
Any other? Thanks, Reese.
No problem.
All right, what do you see from this Tennessee team? Obviously, they're a much better team at home. They're 4-1 at home with their only loss coming to Georgia in overtime. How does that change the way you look at this game?
Every team plays good. They've been playing good at home, and we respect all our opponents. We respect all of them, and we just come in looking, to execute our offense and, getting a win. Obviously, the run game has been the strength of this team. What's the dynamic between the running backs and the O-line? It has to be a pretty close bond, right? Yeah, we're a tight-knit group. You got to be tight-knit with those guys up front because, they're doing the dirty work for us pretty much. And, without those guys, a lot of our success wouldn't be possible. So, I commend those guys, after every game. It's my success is based off of those guys. So.
Coach sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying I'm blessed to have those guys.
Coach Malzahn has said you're best in yards after the tackle, maybe after the second tackle. What do you think makes you successful at doing that, and what drives you to get that extra yard, that extra push for that first down?
My passion, my emotion, my love for the game. And, it's just a dream that I've always had, to play at the next level since I was a kid, to play in the NFL. And, those are some of the things that they look for. I just want to be, one of the best backs to come through Auburn, if not the best back in college football. That's my goals. I set goals for myself pretty high, and I got to back it up.
At the same time, Trey, it seems like from a national standpoint anyway, that you've been kind of flying under the radar. In fact, you hear a lot of times when people talk about you, on TV, they use the word underrated. I mean, do you take that as a compliment, or does that kind of just, burn you up a little bit that you're not getting the pub that other guys are?
I mean, it doesn't bother me, If I'm underrated to them, then that's their opinion, I'm not really worried about their opinion. I'm worried about Auburn, turning Auburn around, and, having a great season.
Does that kind of light the fire inside of you, though?
Oh, yeah, of course. Of course it does. That's just human nature, When someone talks down upon you, my first reaction is to prove them wrong, so that's what I try to do.
When you score a touchdown, which offensive lineman's the best at celebrating with you?
I run into Reese most of the time. That's my guy. He runs straight to me every time. But, all of them really. But, Reese is the first to run down there. He picks me up, throws me in the air. And sometimes I got to pray how high he throws me if I'm going to be all right coming down.
How long is it going to take you to get tired of hearing Rocky Top this week?
I don't really worry about those, those things in the game. I'm pretty much tuned out. I can't really hear much. I don't really react to the crowd at all. I don't really hear much of those things while I'm in the game.
Trey, we're 9 games into the season. A lot of guys are beat up by this time, but it seems like you're getting stronger and stronger. Why is that?
Oh, that's also due, to our strength and conditioning coaches and our training room and, our team's mindset. We knew what it felt like to lose last year, and we don't want to go through that again. So, and we feel like, we have a good chance of, winning out and having one of the greatest seasons of Auburn history.
And how about you personally? It seems like you're getting stronger and stronger with every game.
Yeah, taking the days we do work out, you got to take them seriously, and also work out extra. Like the days we have off, I just try to go, find a weight room and work out, in our student act or the weight room here. So I just try to live in the weight room, eat right, and do the right things.
Is it the players more of having a want to this season?
Yeah, of course. We knew how it felt like last year, and that's not a good feeling. So we're not trying to go through that again.
Is it hard not to look ahead to the rivalry games at home the next couple of weeks?
It's not really hard. We've been taking it week by week. We're not worried about anybody before Tennessee or anybody after. So we're just, solely focused on Tennessee and, figuring out a game plan for them.
How different is your locker room compared from last year and this year? What's your attitude like? What's the emotions like?
A lot of guys joking around, having a good time, A lot of guys smiling, walking around. It's just a way better atmosphere, When you're winning it, that's just what comes with it.
The swagger is a lot better. I mean, the confidence is there. How much better is it to go out on the field every Saturday knowing not only that you can win, but you're going to win?
That's what I've been trying to preach as a leader. We got to come back and play with that Auburn swagger. That's my big thing. You got to play with some swag. So, we're trying to do that every Saturday.
Reese says, sometimes quarterbacks buy their offensive lineman dinner, for not getting sacked and stuff like that. You mentioned something a while ago. Well, you haven't seen any food come his way from the running back.
I told him that we'll bake him a cake. I told him I'll bake him a cake or something like that. He said something about he doesn't like chocolate cake, so, I got to figure out a way to, maybe put a chocolate side and a vanilla side, Gotta get the man some food. Them boys like to eat.
Do you have a lot of cake baking experience?
Not at all. I'm going to have to read the direction on the back.
I don't know if I want to eat that cake. You pretty confident that that's going to be a good cake then?
I'm going to figure out a way to make it good. Maybe throw in a lot of sugar, something like that. I don't know.
You can do funfetti. That's always a fan favorite.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
You really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good choice.
Y'all good?
I think so.